Hi, today is April 16th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 591 for the year, 3 Arrows. If you look down as you enter the subway car, you will see 3 arrows. 1 arrow points forward, 1 arrow points to the left, and 1 arrow points to the right. These 3 arrows correspond to the 3 directions you can take once you've walked into the subway car. That is to say, you can follow the direction of the forward arrow and go forward, or you can follow the direction of the left arrow and go left, or you can follow the direction of the right arrow and go right. So, if you ever walk into a subway car and are unsure as to what your options are in terms of the various directions that you can take, just look down and let the 3 arrows be your guide. Poem number 592, Novella. It's a novella, he insisted. I've written a novella. It's 2,000 pages long, for fuck's sake, she protested. Actually, it's 212 pages, he responded. I've written the world's longest novella. They're going to put me in the Guinness book. They're going to put you in the bananas book, she predicted, because you're fucking bananas. A, it's a novella, he argued. B, it's longer than any other novella ever. Ergo, and C, it's the world's longest novella. Definitionally, she explicated, novellas are between 17,500 and 40,000 words. Any work of fiction over 40,000 words is a goddamn fucking novel. Aha, he ejaculated. My novella is only 27,628 words. I used 72-point font. Go fuck yourself, she said, and clean that ejaculate off my linoleum, you goddamn fucking pig. Poem number 593, What She Was Saying. I wonder whether the woman walking out of 290 West End yesterday was deliberately speaking so that I could hear, or whether she was hoping I wouldn't hear, or whether she didn't care whether I heard or not what she was saying to her dog. Whether or not I heard what she was saying to her dog. What she was saying to... I'm going to start again. Poem number 593, What She Was Saying. I wonder whether the woman walking out of 290 West End yesterday was deliberately speaking so that I could hear, or whether she was hoping I wouldn't hear, or whether she didn't care whether or not I heard what she was saying to her dog. What she was saying to her dog was, maybe we'll find your cousin. I wonder how much the dog cared about this cousin. I wonder whether the cousin was actually a cousin. I wonder whether what she said was said partly for my benefit. And I wonder why I am wondering about this. I wonder why I am wondering why she was saying what she was saying. Poem number 594, To My Niece. When I heard the man say alcohol brought me to my niece, I spent a few milliseconds trying to figure out how that was possible. Poem number 595, this is the last poem of the day, Religious Questions. Has God ever thanked God? Has God ever prayed to God? Has God ever humbled God's self before God? Has God ever said, God, make me an instrument of your peace? When God looks in the mirror, does God like what God sees? Can God ever be freed from the bondage of self? Does God ever long to be saved by God? Does God ever get jealous of the people who get to devote their lives to God? Can God surrender to God? Can God ever not be God? Can God play God? Does God ever get tired of being God? Does God ever wish that someone else's will would be done? Does God ever get tired of the responsibility? Does God really listen to and answer every single prayer? Does God ever get bored? Does God ever get tempted to stop time and end it all? I mean, end it all of it. Does God ever want to do that? For an atheist, I sure do have a lot of religious questions. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.